Today, we're talking about one of the first rotating time-lapse bases which would actually make me consider buying it over just building a DIY version. This is the Seanlaps from GoPole. I guess with an intro like that, you guys are probably wondering what makes this one so much different than the DIY versions or the other kind of more professional versions we've seen before. Well, there's a couple of features. One of them is, of course, a tripod mount on the bottom. The second is an integrated GoPro mount, so there's no need to use a tripod adapter, purchase a tripod adapter separately, or do any of that kind of funky business. You just get a tripod adapter built straight onto the top of the Seanlaps. The second one is or the third one we're at now is no dinger when when the timer's done, so it just kind of rotates. It does make a clicking noise, but apart from that, it is silent when the timer goes out. There's no dinger, there's no timer, so at least, well, the 1 hour rotation hasn't changed from the DIY version. At least the ringer has been removed. It probably is still based around an egg timer or a kitchen timer with that, because it is a 1 hour rotation. I'm sure the mechanisms there hasn't really changed, but it does have one really cool trick up its sleeve. So once you twist it and it stops turning, you can take this integrated tripod mount on the top and twist it around, and it'll actually unscrew off the top of the Seanlaps, revealing a 1/4 by 20 inch mount. So this is not a tripod adapter. This does not screw on like a tripod adapter. It locks on using a different set of threads, which are around the outside edge here, and then it locks in using this little clip here. Now, this may not seem that special, but keep in mind that all of the GoPole products have 1/4 by 20 inch mounting threads on the bottom of them. So the idea here with the Seanlaps is that you combine it with something like the base, which is their tripod leg system, and then combine it with something like the grenade grip or the bobber or even the reach if you wanted to go for a full-sized GoPro pole. Not only have you designed something that looks akin to a rocket ship, you've been able to take advantage of all your GoPro products in one setup, and I think this is kind of, well, being very cool and ingenious is also a very brilliant way for them to have you buy into their ecosystem and really make sure that everything feels like it works together. Yes, the Seanlaps is great, but it works better when it's mounted on the base because then you have the tripod legs and you can spread it out. And yes, you could just use those two, but if you want to take it a little bit higher, you could just throw your grenade grip in there. Oh, you don't have a grenade grip? Oh, maybe you should buy one of those. So this is really cool, and it is a great way to kind of utilize, if you own a bunch of GoPole stuff, it's a great way to utilize all of that and kind of use it all together. But it's definitely not necessary, and because the Seanlaps has that 1/4 by 20 inch mounting screw on the bottom of it, if you do own a tripod, I would probably just throw this on top of the tripod, throw your GoPro on top of that, and use it to get some absolutely stunning rotating time lapses. We've talked about it a lot on this channel, but we'll just reiterate it. This rotation, adding rotation to time lapses is amazing. It's something which, if you're going to be taking time-lapse with your GoPro camera, you're investing so much time in doing it. I would really recommend that at least you go out, build a DIY one. They do not cost much. They're an IKEA egg timer. It used to be a $6 IKEA egg timer, and it's one GoPro sticky mount. Build that DIY mount and go out and try it, because it does take your time-lapses to the next level. They look so much more stunning, so much better. So I would do that, and if you really love that and you want something that looks more professional, more badass, I don't know about reliability or long-term longevity. I know the egg timers did tend to break, the IKEA egg timers did break, but these, we'll find out. I've used it for a while. I've taken some time lapses with it. My experience so far has been really great. I like the fact that the GoPro mount's integrated in the top of it, and all in all, it's a nice little compact, solid feeling unit that's got pretty striking build quality and looks a lot more like a piece of camera gear than a kitchen timer. Guys, this was another video from me, Kyle. If you've enjoyed it, please make sure you check out my channel, subscribe, and like the video. If you've got any questions or comments, leave them down below. I read all of them, and I do respond to as many of them as I can. If you guys want to find out more about what goes on behind the scenes, you can check out the Facebook page. I do very often post behind the scenes photos over there, so you can check those out. And until next time, thank you very, very much for watching.